Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hackers League workshop series. We've taken a very small but a very important break for Gateway, and we are finally back after the Gateway with a lot of different updates that were announced at this large town-wide, ecosystem-wide conference. And of course, besides the news and announcements, we have the classics and the topics that all of the builders are always concerned about. And today we're talking about one of these topics. We're going to be talking about the user acquisition and about monetization for the Telegram mini apps. This is one of the most repeated questions on all of the builders chats and builders communities. And of course, this is very important for the hackathon projects as well. As we already have discussed in many different hackathon workshops and hackathon content, it is important to show some early traction for the hackathon projects too. It is important to show that the project makes sense to more people than just you as a founder. And it is important to understand and at least have some slide in your pitch to explain how will you be acquiring the users and how will you be monetizing the game or the product or the app that you're developing. So today I'm joined by Inal Kardan, the partner at Ton Ventures, and we've already had a couple of workshops together. And of course, Inal is one of the most recognizable faces in Ton ecosystem. So Inal, thank you so much for joining. You don't need any more introductions. So without any further ado, I'm just going to pass the mic to you. And I'm just going to say that you guys, if you have any questions watching this workshop or you had some completely non-related questions to this workshop that you wanted to ask to Inal, please put them on the comments on Twitter, YouTube, or on the Hackathon chat, which is Hackathon X chat, and we'll be asking them live.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for having me. I hope you can hear me and see me well. Thanks, Helena, for the introduction. Thanks for the amazing introduction, actually. So yeah, I'm Inal, partner at Ten Ventures, and today I'll try to be, on the one hand, concise, on the other hand, try to make it as useful as possible. So yeah, couple words about the agenda. Actually, we'll talk about two main topics: about the user acquisition for Telegram apps and about like monetization for mini apps and games on Telegram, mostly with Ton integration, obviously. So yeah, again, we'll cover four main topics. Some of these like numbers, some of the things I'm going to say, they are going to be quite subjective, just because yeah, we all have biases. But most of the data, most of the experience I'm going to share, they are based on our experience of teams that we worked with. And as you can understand, they constantly change. I mean, the environment constantly changes. So because of that, some numbers can be different now. Some numbers can be still like 100% accurate. But just please keep in mind that this is not something which is like cannot change. Everything can change, especially if we talk about moving parts like acquisition and monetization. So yeah, with it, let me briefly say that we are going to talk about four main user acquisition channels for Telegram mini apps: Telegram ads, AdsGram, viral mechanics, and Telegram App Center. And let's go straight to the topic. And actually, yeah, before we start, actually, I wanted to say a couple of words about Ton Ventures. We are like VC, probably the most well-known VC in the Ton ecosystem right now. We have a lot of portfolio companies. We've done many things related to, I mean, not only to investment as a traditional VC, but experiments on Ton related to acquisition and monetization with our portfolio companies. So we have some experience here. That's what I'm talking about this. And also, yeah, many people know me as the former GameFi lead of Ton Foundation. Obviously, I've seen a lot of things going on, and I've seen a lot of experience of different teams on Ton. With that, let's go straight to the topic. First, I mean, again, as I already said, there are four main acquisition channels that you can use for your mini app. And the first one, the most obvious one, the first one that I would actually ask teams to try is obviously Telegram ads. As you may know, Telegram ads exist in like two forms. The second form was announced and introduced just like a couple days ago, actually. Pavel Durov, the founder of Telegram, introduced it like literally, I believe November 2, so like 3 days ago. But the first format, which is an ad on the bottom of Telegram channels, exists for a long time already. So for like years now. And these ads are seen by users, by followers of a channel, but only Telegram users without premium subscription. So if you want to target Telegram users with premium subscription, probably Telegram ads is not the best option for you. But if you want to try, if you want to understand how the game or the mini app or whatever, even your channel will acquire users and retain users, Telegram users is one of the best acquisition channels, because CPM on Telegram ads is usually quite low. It depends on the market, it depends on the language, it depends on like, do you target specific channels or not. But again, Telegram ads is one of the best acquisition channels. What are the limitations? First, not more than 160 symbols. And moderation, to be honest, according to our experience, is quite harsh. You cannot put sketchy things. Catchy things, sorry, catchy names, titles, wherever. You cannot use too many emojis. Moderation can take long time. By long time, I mean days. So you have to be cautious with what you actually put in your ad. But you can promote different URL of like channels, posts, bot, mini apps, even external links. And what is interesting here, Telegram ads can be targeted to languages or specific channels as well. So you can actually say, hey, for example, I want to run ads in the TonCoin channel. And users, I mean followers, subscribers of TonCoin channel without premium will be able to actually see these ads. And yeah, as I already said, the second option was introduced just a couple of days ago. This is about ads in bots on Telegram. So in the bottom of channels or on top of bots, users can see ads right now. And on the next screen, I actually have that now on the Telegram ads dashboard. You actually have, as you can, I'm trying to point it out with my cursor on the screen now. You can now target channels or target bots. So targeted on bots are now available as well. But yeah, let's have a look, like very brief look of how you can create your own ad. This is a screenshot from ads.telegram.org, where you can log in and start creating your first campaign. And every ad has its own title, has its some text URL, which is going to open when users click on the ads. And you can target specific channels or target bots. So you can actually set here what channel you want to target. As I already said, for example, you can run ads for the TonCoin channel, and people in the TonCoin channel will actually see your ads, but only Telegram users without premium subscription. Next thing, which should be mentioned as well, is like you can pay for ads using TonCoin, which is very convenient as well. So what is important here, Telegram ads is one of the first things that you definitely have to try. There are certain limitations because Telegram ads for targeting, for example, is not that is not that customizable as with many other platforms, just because Telegram is privacy-focused application and they do not collect a lot of data about users. So because of this, you will not definitely have like very specific targeting options on Telegram ads. But again, probably this is the first thing that you have to try. You have to use to acquire more users on Telegram. Next thing is about ads on mini apps, in mini apps, inside mini apps. And the biggest product and I want to talk about is AdsGram. AdsGram is not the only option here. There are other ad networks as well for mini apps, but definitely AdsGram is the biggest one right now. And AdsGram allows you to display ads within Telegram mini apps. It allows rewarded posts with graphic, rewarded videos. It allows targeting by language, country, platform, TG premium. I'll show how it looks like in their dashboard on the next slide. But the idea is that this is very similar to how other ad networks work, for example, for mobile apps. And users can see a full screen video or can see a screenshot of a post that you actually want to show them. And the idea is that you can integrate it, for example, into your game. And inside the game, you can actually say, hey, look, you have earned 100 points. But if you look at this ad, you'll be able to multiply it by, let's say, 2. So this is one of the best options how you can actually engage your users and show them ads as motivate them to watch ads and give them a reward, incentivize them to do that. But this is about monetization. But acquisition, again, some publishers will do this for their users, and they will see your ads, and users will get rewards for watching these ads. So because of it, sometimes conversion is better, sometimes conversion is worse. But what is important here, again, the video that you are going to show is one of the most important. Your conversion prices of ads will definitely depend on the video, not only on the channel, not only on the mini app that you're going to show your ads, but also on your content. That's what I want to talk about here. Let's talk a little bit more about AdsGram actually. This is a screenshot from their documentation about targeting, what kind of targeting options available. There are more targeting options than for Telegram ads. You can target specific languages, interface languages, because Telegram mini apps know what language the user has. The user which opened the mini app, what language they have. So you can target specific languages of mini apps. You can target specific locations, unlike Telegram ads, because in Telegram ads you cannot target locations, but in AdsGram you can have targeting based on locations. But this is purely IP-based information. So many apps do not have access to geolocation, do not have access to GPS data, but it is based on the IP address. Based on the IP address, you can try to find out which country this person is in. Also, you can target specific platforms like iOS, Android, or both, which is, in my opinion, also important. As you can see, you cannot target, desktop or web version of Telegram, but we'll talk about it a bit later, why there's no way to do it. But what is very important, in my opinion, one of the most important features of Telegram ads is an ability to target Telegram premium users. Because obviously these users are more engaged into Telegram. They have the best the revenue per user, average revenue per user, and targeting this type of users is usually more expensive, but also better to get a good quality. And for AdsGram, you have this option to target users with a Telegram premium subscription. For Telegram ads, unfortunately, there is no such option because, again, ads through Telegram ads are shown only to users of Telegram without premium subscription. So this is about AdsGram. Again, this is not the only ads platform at Ads Network. There are others too, but probably this is the biggest one with the most traffic, most publishers, most advertisers. So I believe you have to try this channel as well. We'll talk about monetization through AdsGram a bit later. Now I want to share a couple slides provided by the AdsGram team. Again, this is how actually the platform works. So they're advertisers. They pay to. AdsGram is a middleware between advertisers, games, not only games, but mini apps and a user. So advertisers pay in ton and get traffic. Games sell their traffic and get ton. Users play a game and get rewards when they view ads from AdsGram and from the advertiser. So again, this is not the only ad exchange, but this is the biggest one, and but all of them work the same way. On AdsGram, you can also pay and get rewards not only in ton but USDT for convenience of publishers and advertisers. I just want I'm using like actually AdsGram slides. I asked the team to provide me some information about how things work there, because in my opinion this is one of the most important acquisition channels right now, because through AdsGram you can get users who are already familiar with mini apps and how they work on Telegram. So here's the list of mini apps that already integrated Telegram. AdsGram. There are many big ones. Again, targeting through platform, language, geo, IP-based, Telegram Premium wallet, which is not available as far as I know yet, but going to be. I mean, not the specific wallet, but if a user has a wallet or not. And there are more than 2,000 advertisers already. But this number is going to be important when we're going to talk about monetization. Again, very important slides from the AdsGram team, in my opinion, because if we look at the languages of people who actually play mini apps, I mean, use mini apps, you'll find out that 50% of these users have English as their default language on their device. So this is based on the device language. English is the biggest one, more than half. Russian is quite big, Persian, Vietnamese, Turkish, Indonesian. All of them are like quite big. So you can, if you want to get millions of users, probably you have to target one of these languages. If we speak about Telegram ads, for example, I know that Uzbek language is one of the biggest languages in Telegram ads, unlike AdsGram. So what I'm saying here is like, you actually have to understand which markets you want to target, which languages you want to target. But if you target, for example, users with Indonesian language as their language on their device, probably your interface should be translated into Indonesian as well. But you can target only English speaking users, users with English as a default language. That's fine too. But with that, you're kind of limiting the potential auditor that you can reach with your ads through AdsGram. But here we can see what are main countries based on the IP. As you can see, Nigeria is number one, but many people in Nigeria have English as their default language on their device. Same for Bangladesh. So as you can see, countries and languages is not the same. Russian was, as far as I remember here, yeah, it was number 2 in terms of like the language, but IP based, Russia is only number 5, for example. Or as you can see, Indonesian is number 3 according to languages, but here Indonesia, according to IP and geolocation, Indonesia is only number 8. So again, this is important to understand that targeting based on IP and based on language, this is not the same. And you have to understand which targeting will work for you. And the best thing that you can do is actually run small experiments. If we speak about experiments and how much money you want to spend on experiments, for AdsGram, usually up to $100 for one type of video and several markets is enough to understand how well this specific campaign will perform. For Telegram ads, usually you can even understand with like $20. I mean, maybe sometimes even $15. So because the format of an ad on Telegram ads is like way smaller, it's just a text and title. Because of that, you can try with like $10, $15 you can try to launch a campaign and understand numbers. Probably you will get like close to like real numbers. I mean, experiment with it, like launch 10 campaigns, different languages, different targeting, same ads or maybe different ads. I mean, text to the content of the ads. Try it with like $15 and you will understand which one performs better, and then scale the one which performs the best. But obviously there is some work that you have to do on your end as well. I think this is important to say it right now, that unfortunately it is not that easy to track the performance of your ads. If you ask me, I would say this is one of the best things that you could build right now in the Tonica system, a tool in which will help founders to understand performance of ad campaigns they launch through AdsGram or Telegram ads. There are no like ready-to-go solutions for that. So you will have to set up your analytics properly too, to understand which campaigns work the best. Obviously, you can have UTM tags in URLs to understand like which ad gave you how many users. But again, this is something that you have to do on your end. Yeah, device platform. This is again data from AdsGram, data from for example, from Town Foundation, and for applications taking part in the Open League are a bit different. So you have to keep in mind this is not like for the whole Telegram, but for AdsGram, for example, platforms are Android 85%, iOS almost 9%, and desktop a bit over 6%. So this is quite close to what, for example, Town Foundation has based on the data from Telegram, from the Open League. But again, Android is always about 80%, iOS not more than 15%. So these are two main platforms that you definitely have to target. Desktop is usually quite small, both desktop applications or desktop through web, because Telegram has a browser app as well, which you can just launch. I mean, open web.telegram.org, and you will be able to use Telegram there. But obviously, not many users do that. Primary languages in top countries. Again, in Russia, Russian is the biggest one. In Nigeria, English is the biggest one. In India, English is the biggest one. So, but in Russia, for example, there is also 1.5% of users use in English, and 0.8% use in Uzbek. So again, country not equals language. This is important to remember. And about premium users, because as I already said, AdsGram and like Telegram ads offers you this like targeting option to show ads to Telegram premium users. And according to their statistics, AdsGram statistics, most premium users have Russian language on their device. So almost 52% of premium users that they see have Russian as their main language of the device. English is big as well, almost 23%. Ukrainian is number 3, Indonesian, and Turkish. But also, again, country-wise, Russia, 35% almost, Ukraine, almost 10%, Indonesia, Nigeria, and Turkey. And these countries and these languages are the best if you want to find users with the highest average revenue per user. Or highest average revenue per paying user. So think of this slide and these numbers as the tip which countries and which languages you have to target if you want to find people who's going to actually pay, for example, for in-game items. Because probably users with Telegram Premium already know how to make in-game purchases. So these just like some interesting stats, and do not forget to run your own experiments. Yeah, so just wanted to say AdsGram definitely is one of the best options that you can try. First one was Telegram ads. This is like number 2, and you definitely have to try it. Moderation on Telegram ads also takes not as much time as with Telegram ads, usually, not always, but usually. So yeah, you can go to adsgram.ai or open their support bot. So yeah, again, AdsGram is not the only ad network, but the biggest one right now. So you still can just go to your search engine and type Telegram mini apps ad network or ad exchange, and you will find other products too. Don't want to mention them because, to be honest, I do not have enough data about those products, but they also exist. So do not hesitate to try other products too, like. I want to mention them like T-Ads or OpenAD. The products are kind of similar. Audience is going to be kind of similar as well. So others are OpenAD, T-Ads. When we if we speak about biggest products. Yeah, now speak about number three. Let's speak about number three, which is going to be about viral mechanics. And here, actually, I used slides from the presentation that I show quite often. It's about viral mechanics and invitations for friends. This is one of the best examples, obviously not coin, when you can invite your friends and get rewards in the game. And these mechanics are very viral because 94% of users of Notcoin were invited by other users. It means that if you have proper incentives for users to invite their friends, it definitely will help you to acquire users almost for free. So Notcoin got 94% of their users for free. I mean, for free, they didn't pay for any ad, they didn't pay for anything. Obviously, they rewarded users who invited their friends, but this is not the same as paying to AdsGram or Telegram ads or wherever. And here there are like two typical scenarios when you just give a reward for inviting friends, like instant rewards, or giving a percentage of what users have earned. I mean, you have a user, and when they invite their friends and friends earn something in the game, you give a reward to the user which invited his friends, so their friends. So this is quite important to understand. There are different models, but these are always about invitations. This is always about making viral and incentivize the people to invite their friends. There are other mechanics. I mean, some games, one game which is going to launch quite soon, for example, tries to incentivize people to share stories on Telegram, which is, in my opinion, another very good way to attract users. But attracting users through stories is a bit harder. But at the same time, you can be sure that people sharing stories on Telegram have Telegram Premium. It increases the number of like actual real engaged users in your app. So first, invitations through just links. Second, incentivizing users to share something in their stories. Other users will see it and join it and enjoy it probably. So these are like best cases of viral mechanics to acquire users. Next, very viral thing. It's about, again, this is a slide from presentation that I quite often use when I speak about best practices. And here it's about KOLs. In many games or applications, you can have, as I call it, squads or teams, and they help you to incentivize KOLs, key opinion leaders, bloggers, to invite their audience to the mini app. So this is, again, very important. Users have, I don't know, typical user has 30 friends, 50 friends, but KOLs have thousands or hundreds of thousands of followers on Telegram, following their channels, or even not only on Telegram, but on YouTube or TikTok, wherever. So incentivizing KOLs and bloggers to attract their audience to your application is also one of the best things that you can build. Most successful apps on Telegram were using these mechanics. Actually, they were building a lot of mechanics for KOLs and bloggers because this is like a short path to get millions of users. So yeah, all these like teams and squads mechanics, same as in Notcoin, which is on the screenshot right now, there are one of the best ways to attract KOLs, but do not forget to reward KOLs. This is very important. Also, partnerships. For example, teams like Catizen, they were doing a lot of partnerships with other teams, other games in the ecosystem. Gato was doing this as well. This is a good way to attract users. So quite often this is free, and I just want to say, talk to other founders in the ecosystem, do co-marketing activities. It's almost free. And there are some games, for example, offering, yeah, we will add your game or your channel to a folder. Millions of our users will open the folder and follow your channel. Usually it means that you will get very cool numbers, but not too many users. Unlike partnerships with games, because these kind of like a real integration of tasks done in the game, they actually bring you better quality users than just folders in games, than just folders in other mini apps. At the end, partnerships, talk to other founders, try it, negotiate with them, and usually it is quite cheap or even completely free. Oops, sorry. Last thing, which I wanted to talk about today, last but not least, definitely, is Telegram App Center and Trending Apps channel. Telegram App Center is a catalog of Telegram apps. They have hundreds of apps already. I know. Many of you can say, yeah, we have applied for Telegram App Center months ago. We're still under moderation, under consideration of adding. Like moderation team is not moving that fast. But because actual Telegram App Center tries to give some traffic to every single application they add to the catalog, it means that users will see your app in a couple places in Telegram App Center when you got just listed. For example, they feature like some apps with the editor's choice, and it will give you some traffic. There is a news section, it will give you some traffic as well. So because of that, they add apps slowly, not like all of them at once. Because of that, moderation process can take like months, but it also means that you will get some portion of a traffic, and usually this is one of the best traffic that you can get in your app for like completely free. And what is Telegram App Center in numbers right now? About 5 million monthly active users, 25 million app launches per month. Also, yeah, they have Telegram channel called Trending Apps with more than I believe already more than 7 million subscribers. And they can generate you up to 100,000 users that will join your bot, will try the app, it will join your channel as well. So this is a good quality, really good quality traffic from both Telegram App Center and Trending Apps channel associated with Telegram App Center. So yeah, these are 4 main acquisition channels, how you can get users. Some of them are free, some of them are not. But yeah, you definitely have to try all of this. Doesn't matter what kind of product you build, doesn't matter what you actually develop. Now, let's talk briefly about monetization. About monetization, I'm not going to talk too much because, first, we do not have much time, and second, I think everyone is already tired. So let's just briefly go through monetization. I'm going to talk about mostly games, but this is not only about games. Obviously, if you build DeFi, it's always about monetizing through fees and getting a portion of transactions, because every DeFi product is a transactional business. It means that more volumes you have, more you earn. So for DeFi, it's quite simple. For games, it is not that simple. So there are 5 ways how you can monetize your application right now, and I'll go through them very, 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 very fast. First, token. If you think that your app is actually a way to monetize, to issue a token and monetize and earn something in token, usually it's a bad monetization option. Token should have a utility. If you build not just a meme coin, but if you build a business, long-term sustainable business, your tokens should have utility. So usually tokens should not be considered as monetization option. I know this is not something that you would like to hear. This is not something that founders want to hear, but this is the truth. Do not consider token as your main monetization option. Think of other monetization options, which, for example, can be Telegram ads, because Telegram shares 50% of revenue it gets from ads to channel owners and to bot owners. As I said, recently Telegram introduced that the ads can be shown in bots as well. So Telegram is going to share the revenue, half of it, with authors of bots as well. AdsGram, again, great example of a great way to monetize. A great way to monetize your app is AdsGram, because you can buy their traffic, you can monetize traffic that you already have. And with AdsGram, you can actually build this like flying wheel of traffic. I can share a story here of one app which was quite, it is quite big with millions of users. What they have done, they actually invested a couple hundred ton into AdsGram and started buying traffic through AdsGram. But at the same time, they added AdsGram as a monetization option too. And they started monetizing that they actually acquire from AdsGram. Not only AdsGram, but they start acquiring users through AdsGram, like millions of users. Those users start inviting their friends. And the game was also monetizing the new traffic that they get. And they invest a couple hundred ton coins. In a couple months, less than 2 months, they acquired millions of users. But in the end, they also withdraw more than 2,000 ton. So they earned a lot of ton and they got a lot of users. So they actually created this flying wheel of traffic. But also it depends on your app. I mean, these guys were able to do this because their game was viral. Because users that they acquired through through AdsGram were inviting their friends as well. So they actually were getting new traffic. Because of it, the flywheel worked. But yeah, flywheel of traffic can work. Sorry. So yeah, NFTs, a way to monetize. Even some DeFi products were monetizing their product with NFTs. For example, Storm Trade, they actually monetized it because they launched their own collection. They tried to to have some kind of utility for the NFT, because as far as I remember, NFTs were given access to the pre-sale token or something like that. So they had an actual utility. Because of that, people were buying those NFTs, and the team was actually they got some revenue from initial sale of NFTs, but they also were getting royalties from every NFT sale. So what I'm saying here is that NFTs can be sold not only by games, but also by DeFi products. Get Gems, other marketplaces, but not in the mini app, because you cannot sell NFTs with crypto inside the mini app. Otherwise, you're going to violate Apple guidelines. So you can be banned. Your mini app can be banned on Telegram. Last, not least, in-app purchases with Telegram stars. There is a QR that you can see in the corner on the bottom of the slide. The QR leads actually to a thread by Ton Ventures on X, on Twitter, where we actually describe what you can do and you cannot do with crypto and versus stars. So I'm not going to talk about it too much, but if you're actually wondering what can be done with stars and what can be done with crypto, just open the QR, or just go to our Twitter of Ton Ventures, where we usually publish a lot of like interesting stuff for founders, and there is a thread about it, so you'll find it. Again, Telegram stars, very important in my opinion, because they constantly grow. Just look at this graph. The revenue and number of unique developers withdrawing and earning something with Telegram stars keeps growing. And we expect that this is going to be about like $200 million in the next year. Again, this is our prediction, our at Ton Ventures. But even now, like since mid of June, in like 4 months, 5 months, the like revenue was more than 52 million. I mean, more than $52 million worth of in-game assets or in-app assets were bought by Telegram users. So Telegram stars, very important way to monetize your traffic. And that's actually it. This is like very like basic information about how you can acquire traffic and how you can monetize your users. So yeah, hope that was helpful for our beloved developers and beloved founders. So Helena, stage is yours again.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for sharing the basic information. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to dive into the details. And actually, for today, for this 15 minutes that we have left out of the booked calendar time slot, I have a fun thing for you. Now, hopefully, that's fun at 10 p.m. at night after the working day. Um, I have two projects that have asked their questions on the hackathon chat, and they are both looking to get the answers from you for those questions. But not only they ask their questions, but they also expressed interest in participating in the live stream. So right now we're gonna have two of the teams on the stage asking their questions real time. The rules for them I'm gonna explain. They were very simple. They had to put the question on the hackathon chat and also state that they are willing to partake in the live stream. And of course, I did check with them if they would be willing to turn on the camera because that's very necessary for the vibe of this live stream. So I'm getting on the stage Lawrence. Lawrence is the oh my God, how do I set up this properly? Yeah, Lawrence is the team of Ikigai, and they also participated in the London bootcamp. So I'm very happy to see you guys here, and very happy to know that you're continuing building. Now, please feel free to go ahead with the one liner about what you're building and your question.
Hi,
Yeah, sure.
Lawrence.
Hi. Nice to meet you. I couldn't catch you on the gateway, but then I was there as well. But then, yes, just a quick introduction. So we are Ikigai. We won the third place in the London Bootcamp Hackathon. What we are building is a decentralized stablecoin for TON, and also like a financial infrastructure for people to connect like the TradeFi and the DeFi space. So my quick question is, we are just launching our mini game today. I mean, as like because we are actually working on like trying to grow our users, because I think like having a app doing stablecoin is quite not so fun. I mean, it's like boring. So that's why we think about like doing this marketing campaign as a bot, like to attract users. So my question is like, what is your take on this? I mean, like because it's quite kind of like deviate from our core product, but then like we think that like maybe this is a way that we can initially get our mass like user, and then is there any way that you can recommend us to get more exposure? I mean, like definitely for follow your points on your presentation earlier, that's what we are going to do. But then I think for us, like we're not like we are from banking and like a technology background, and we want to see like what are the better ways to do marketing and like connect with like the right partners.
Yeah, thanks for the question. Really good question. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of acquiring to one product when you have another one. I mean, I'm not a big fan of acquiring to a game when you actually have a DeFi product, and
Okay.
not very, very easy DeFi product. I mean, conversion there is probably going to be very, very small.
Okay.
So you can try it, you can validate this hypothesis, but I haven't seen yet. I mean, there was, for example, Aqua Protocol, the team
Mhm.
which was also developing a stablecoin, CDP-based stablecoin. They also launched their own game, but as far as I know, the conversion rate was not that good. So again, you can talk to the team just to get like exact numbers. In my opinion, what you should do, you should focus more on like more sophisticated users of Ton, which are users of DeFi products. So partnering with other DeFi products usually makes more sense
Okay.
than acquiring millions of users to a game and then converting 0.1% of them into your DeFi. Just because it will save you time, especially when you're a startup and you don't have a lot of time and resources. Usually just makes sense go to existing DeFi products and partner with them. Like they will, I don't know, do some kind of co-marketing with them, incentivize them somehow, and get traffic from them, because those people, they already know what DeFi is.
Okay.
But at the same time, I think that there's definitely a space for experiments. What it means that if you will be able to do your actual DeFi product very simple, that this is not going to be something that users like will not understand. I mean, if the product is easy to be onboarded, then maybe it makes sense. I mean, if it's like very typical traditional DeFi product with like connect your wallet, like CDP is here, a lot of like explanations, formulas, wherever, probably again conversion is going to be very low. But if you will manage somehow to make the product really easy, like one button, literally one button saying just create a wallet, push here, you get a token, I don't know, get 5% APY. I'm just saying, this is just as an example. So
Okay.
if you will be able to develop this, as I usually call simplified DeFi, then maybe it works to like to try this like game as an acquisition channel. This is my
Okay.
take. So
Yeah.
first, if you can make your product easy, try this kind of like acquisition channels through game. If not, go to existing DeFi product. It's usually better to acquire your first liquidity, first TVL, whatever.
Okay, thanks very much. Yeah, definitely. I think that's what we are doing. Like, we are actually through Gateway. It was an amazing event. Like, we connect with hundred of people. I mean, like, yeah, I talked to the Aqua people and also like Torch Finance for stable as well, and StoneFi, of course. So I think, yeah, I mean, definitely we feel that like those are like, important partners of us, and we will continue building. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, good luck with that. We definitely need more good DeFi products. So I hope it will work for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, and now I also have the Rebank team with us, and Rebank team is also building a financial DeFi project. So here today we have a lot of DeFi questions for Inal, not for Vlad. Well, we'll have to do another DeFi session. It seems. Anas, welcome on the stage, and feel free to do a one liner of what you're building and what's your question.
Sure. First of all, thank you very much, Nal, for the presentation. It was very insightful. And
Thank
in
you.
short, what we're building is not so much DeFi. We are building more of a financial services app, something like a neobank, you could think. And we were wondering actually what would be the right user acquisition channels, in your opinion, for such more serious, I would say, application.
For neobank, what's the right acquisition channel?
Yeah.
Uh, it depends actually, because what countries you target to? I mean, you want to. I mean, if it's neobank, it should be some kind of compliance should be there, like regulations wherever. So, what regions you target to?
First of all, it's going to be Europe.
Okay, so European market. Um, I would say I would try to be honest. Telegram ads first, because with Telegram ads you can target not all the European countries, but you can try some European countries. And I would target some like I don't know, maybe crypto channels. Also on Telegram ads, there is a targeting based on interests of users. So maybe you could target like people interested in financial sector in some European countries. So probably that would be the best. I mean, not the best, but the first thing I would try, just because you can actually validate how good is your product, what's the retention rate, what's the conversion rate, etc. Because again, AdsGram, it is good usually for games and for a lot of users, millions of users, because other ads usually show other games usually show ads through AdsGram. So from one game to another game to attract users is always easier. If we speak about neobanks, probably Telegram ads is the first choice for you. Also, I don't know what your business is about, to be honest, but I would consider listing on Telegram App Center, because again they have really good traffic, but you will not be able to target any geo. You will not be able to target any languages. This is like just about the whole traffic of Telegram App Center. So, but still being presented there usually gives you some credibility as well. So yeah, Telegram ads in your case probably is the best option right now.
Oh yeah, and the way to attract credibility is definitely important for us. It's, as a
Yeah, that's
neobank, this is very important.
like Telegram ads is more about like performance marketing. Like it is something that you can measure, you can target, you can experiment with. Telegram App Center, you will not be able to do that. You just either get listed or not. If you're listed there, but if you're listed there, it gives you some credibility. This is my point.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Super. Thank you so much, guys, for joining and for asking the questions. Thank you so much, Inal, for taking the time to run the workshop and also answer the real-time questions. I
Always
think
good.
you answered most of the questions that we had prior to the workshop on the chat, so it looks like we've covered everything. I hope that the interactive format that we had today was fun for the teams that got to ask the advice that they needed. And thank you so much for everyone that's been with us throughout this live stream. Hopefully, you learned a bit more about Ton and Telegram ecosystems, and that makes you one step closer to launching your own project on Ton and becoming successful. Please participate in the Hackers League Hackathon via applying on ecod.ton.org. Join the hackathon chat, other workshops, and overall all of the events and things that are happening at Ton. And of course, follow Ton Ventures. That's very important.